Johnny's Cheap with another regional favorite. Hot dish, which is really a pretty generic term. I think most people think of it as what we call at our house tater tot casserole. It's like ground beef, cream of mushroom, some green beans or corn, topped with tater tots, a little cheese, hot dish. But actually hot dish, a Midwest favorite, regional favorite, is a meat, usually ground beef, and a starch, potatoes or noodles, maybe rice, a vegetable, canned or frozen, usually corn or green beans. I'm going to do mixed vegetables today. And then you bake it. Top it with maybe some potatoes, tater tots. Anyway, here's my hot dish. I'm going to mix, I got a can of chunky vegetable beef soup. And this is from Dollar Tree, so it's $1. I had one leftover potato. We baked potatoes. We baked a bunch of them. We had baked potatoes. We had home fries. We had potato wedges. I got one potato left, so I'm going to throw that in there, along with some ground beef. Mrs. Cheap and I had burgers this week. I had about 1/3 pound left over. I browned it to use it in the future. Add some tater tots and cheese. It's hot dish. Let's put it all together. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. I got to open this and see what I'm working with. So this is I don't know exactly what's going to happen. It's a plan in progress. Let's do it. So here's what we're going to do. I got my can of Dollar Tree chunky vegetable beef soup. Now, this isn't a concentrate. This is as is. So that goes into the bowl. And as you can see, there's a lot of liquid in there. Some peas and carrots. And some potatoes. But we don't need to add any water to it. Now, it's a little runny for a hot dish, but here's the deal. We're going to add some more potatoes. Remember that one potato? Diced it up. Got it in there. See how that's thickening up? Our leftover 1/3 pound of hamburger. Adding it in. All right, that's pretty thick, pretty hearty, pretty meaty. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And we're going to mix a little bit of cheese in there. Today's choice, shredded sharp cheddar. Not too much, about that much. I don't know, 1/3 cup, maybe 1/2 cup. Just going to mix it in. And that's what we'll be eating. Look at that. It's colorful, it's hearty, it's meaty. Let's get it into our casserole dish and get ready to bake. Now, as I said, usually with a hot dish, you'll use a cream of mushroom or cream of celery, cream of chicken, combination, something like that. I'm just going by what I had on hand. I sprayed this casserole dish. And now we're just going to put our mixture. This is beefy. Into the bowl. I want to get everything. You can do this in the regular oven. It's one of those deals where you bake it at 400 degrees until the tater tots are brown or it's bubbly. I'm going to do it in the air fryer. And look at that. I have just enough room to add a little layer of cheese. A little bit more. Let me get it off of there. And top with tater tots. More taters. We'll bake this in the air fryer until the tater tots are done. Again, until they look done. Probably 370 for probably 15 to 20 minutes, somewhere in there. And pack those tots on there, because these are favorites. Everybody loves the tater tots and tater tot casserole, right? So we want to make sure we got enough. Simple as that. Look at that. It's cheap too. It's all stuff we had on hand, right? Hot dish. So into the air fryer we go. And when the tots are done, it's going to be hot enough. Easily. I'm going to go 370, 15 minutes. You know what? We'll start with that, and then we'll check it. Hot dish on the way. Okay, so here's the deal. This is 20 minutes in. As you can see, it looks almost done. I just want to make sure it gets totally hot enough. So I'm going to cover it for 10 minutes with foil. I've never done this in the air fryer like this with this big of a dish. I just want to make sure it's hot. You can't really overcook a hot dish, right? So I'm going to go back in. 10 minutes covered at 370. Then we'll do a couple of minutes uncovered to make sure they're good and crispy and brown, and we'll be all ready to eat. I'm sure of it. Okay, so I did 20 minutes uncovered. I covered for 10 minutes, uncovered for 8 minutes. You could adjust and do, start covered for 10 minutes and then do 28 uncovered. But I'm going to pull it out now. All right, tater tots look done. You gotta, I know it's hard, but you gotta let that set. Kind of like a lasagna or, beef, you gotta let it rest just to let it all settle and get thick. We gotta let it rest for 5 minutes. It's tough, but we gotta do it. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, this is an experiment. I've never done a hot dish without a cream soup, like cream of mushroom, celery, chicken. This was just the Dollar Tree vegetable beef soup. I let it rest. I'm gonna go ahead and dig in here. Hopefully it's thick enough. And I'm thinking it might be. Look at that. Hey, that's beefy, meaty, and vegetable-y. Hot dish, I don't care how long you let it set, it's going to burn your mouth. I don't know why I'm even doing this. I shouldn't even be doing it. Hot dish, taters, pasta, or rice with some kind of soup, preferably cream of something, a little cheese, and some ground beef. It's just like I imagined. Don't you love it when you think of a recipe and say, wouldn't this be good? And it works out just like this. It thickened up great. Hot dish, a Midwestern favorite. Comfort food with John Eats Cheap. And this is cheap. Dollar Tree is involved.